Live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television, here we present to you 7 o'clock news bulletin. But first, the headlines. With the participation of more than 75 local and international companies, the COMEX 2019 exhibition under the theme Technology Intelligence starts at the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center. Ministry of Interior determines conditions, procedures and fees for promotional campaigns of Shura Council members' elections. And tender for a project of 500 megawatt of electricity using solar energy in the Wilayat of Ibri in the Governorate of Al-Dhahira is announced. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the details. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sends a cabal of condolences to the custodian of the holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, on the death of Her Royal Highness Princess Al Bandari bint Abdul Rahman bin Faisal bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sends a cabal of condolences to President Mohammed Wad Abdullah Aziz of Mauritania on the death of former President Mohammed Mahmoud Wad Ahmed Loli. The 29th edition of COMEX exhibition kicked off today at the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center. The event was inaugurated by His Highness Sayyid Kamil bin Fahd Al Saeed, Assistant Secretary General for the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers. More details in the following report by Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi.
With the participation of 23 government entities and 110 exhibitors from 15 countries, the 29th edition of COMEX exhibition began today under the theme Digitalizing the Future.
Innovatech is the very first spin-off out of PDO. We are very proud that it is 100% Omani, taking a Omani innovation out of PDO with financial support from Tenmia and IDO Investments to commercialize the digital platform that is Nebras, taking it to the world.
The biggest information and communication technology event in the Sultanate will showcase the leading technology companies and their innovative solutions related to Internet of Things, blockchain technology, smart city, and artificial intelligence.
We have a firm belief that digitalization is going to transform further not just how PDO works, but how the whole industry deliver its business. COMEX is a very big and important event for us. In fact, we are proud to say that we are one of the key oil and gas companies that are participating in the event, and we will continue participating in the years to come.
This year we came a bit different, where we're focusing a lot on the enterprise segments in the market in terms of introducing a new company called Sawa, which will be related into implementation of SAP solutions. And also we have also got our partners from EasyLink, where they provide the Wi-Fi solutions and Wi-Fi hotspots and Wi-Fi related programs in the market.
Over a period of 3 days, COMEX 2019 will also include products related to augmented, virtual and mixed reality, 3D printing, cloud data, cybersecurity, robotics and machine learning. For the Sultanate of Oman television, Saleh bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
Saleh, thank you very much. The project of the Electronic Census of Population, Housing and Establishments 2020 launched its visual identity, which is inspired by the civilization or civilizational and historical heritage of the Sultanate. The project was launched on the sideline of COMEX, which kicked off today at Oman Convention and Exhibition Center. The project targets updating data of citizens, residents, as well as establishments and their owners. The project is considered an important step to serve sustainable development goals in the Sultanate through providing national records with the latest data about citizens and establishments. It's worth mentioning that the project of e-Census 2020 went through 5 stages, the first of which started in 2017. The first stage was on preparing plans and methodology. The stages are related to collecting relevant information and building labs for data archiving, as well as building e-system that is connected to project records. The launching ceremony was presided over by His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers. The Ministry of Interior specified the rules, means and fees for the procedures of election promotion for the Shura Council members for the 9th term. This came in a decision issued by His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal bin Saeed bin Al Busaidi, Minister of the Interior. The decision includes the following. Advertising boards. The candidate shall sign a pledge to install the advertising boards in accordance with the standards and technical requirements. The advertising boards shall be installed within the wilaya where the candidate shall represent in the elections. 15 billboards are specified for each candidate. The size of the proposed advertisement should match the size of the billboard. Setting up billboards on the pedestrian walkways is prohibited. Advertising material publications. 2 of them. The candidate shall sign a pledge to remove all the advertising materials a day before the voting day. The materials shall carry only the full name, address, and other personal details of the candidate. Writing, drawing, or putting up pictures on the vehicles is also prohibited. 3. Publishing advertisements in local newspaper. The advertisements shall only include the candidate's name, photo, and a brief introduction, as well as his or her vision to serve the wilaya. 4. Advertising through telecommunications means, SMS through cell phones, internet, media means, including visual and audio. 5. Meeting voters. The candidates can meet up with voters in clubs and Omani Women's Association. The candidate has the right to meet the voters in public places like community halls. The topic of the conversation upon meeting up with the voters shall be within the framework of the election promotion. Using external speakers during the meetings are prohibited. 6. General rules funding of the election promotion campaign should be undertaken by the candidate himself or herself personally. The clubs, unions, and associations are prohibited to support the election promotion. The candidate is prohibited to present gifts, donations, or cash to the voters. The details of the election promotion shall be printed in clear Arabic language. 7. Election promotion fees and insurance. 100 Omani Rials is the fees for election promotion for each candidate. 150 Omani Rials is the amount for the election promotion insurance. The Oman Power and Water Recruitment Company announced awarding the project of producing 500 megawatt of electricity through solar power in the wilaya of Ibri in the governorate of Al-Dhahira. The project will contribute in supplying 33,000 houses with electricity in the wilaya and reduce emission of carbon dioxide by 340,000 tons annually. The project is considered the first of its kind in the Sultanate. The project serves the Sultanate's approach towards diversification of energy resources and the use of clean energy. The project will be operated by 2021. The Omani cultural activities continues at the 39th Paris Book Fair. These activities are being held as part of the Sultanate's participation in Paris Book Fair as a special guest. The activities of the second day included a seminar on Omani-French relations, past and future. During the seminar, His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamoud Al Busaidi, Secretary General of the Foreign Ministry, pointed out to the cultural and knowledge links between the Sultanate and France, adding that the history of these relations dates back to about 400 years to the Middle East of the 17th century. Then Said Al-Saqlawi, chairman of the Omani Society for Writers and Literates, presented a lecture entitled The Diversity and Evolution of Poetry and Literature in Oman. Dr. Aisha Al-Darmakiya, chairperson of the Board of Directors of the Cultural Club, delivered a lecture titled The Foundations of Culture and Values of Knowledge in Oman. Yes, you're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and yet to come in our news bulletin, 16th Commercial Week exhibition at Sultan Qaboos University showcases features of fourth industrial revolution.
Why is competition good for businesses? Businesses compete in things like price, quality and service to win new customers who could be other businesses as well as consumers. Being competitive can mean more customers choose you rather than your rivals. But when businesses collude and don't compete, this can lower down the quality and service, and the consumers paying more than they should. This is an unlawful practice and can stop consumers from getting more options on goods and services with better quality and better prices. That's why the Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Law was issued to regulate the freedom of practicing any economic activities and stabilize the principles of the market rules and freedom of pricing in such manner that the same shall not restrict competition, prevent the same, or be negatively affected, thereby to benefit consumers, businesses, and the national economy. Breaching any of the law's clauses could lead to prison sentences and fines up to 100,000 Omani riyals. The punishment can also include paying 10% of the total annual sales of the products subject of the violation, as well as damage to the business's reputation. Help us in preventing anti-competitive activities by contacting the following numbers. And to know more about the law and the prohibited activities, please visit our website www.cmc.om. Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Center.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Challenges faced investments in health sector topped discussions of the Arab Symposium on the implementation of health insurance and its challenges in cooperation with the General Arab Insurance Federation, which organized by the Capital Market Authority. The symposium focused on several main topics that include a review of the health insurance system and implementation mechanisms, a review of the digital transformation projects in health insurance through electronic and technical developments, medical coding systems, and a presentation on how to invest in the health sector, which will be available with its implementation in the Sultanate. The symposium reviewed a number of experiences for Arab countries in implementing health insurance system through the review of lessons learned and challenges faced by health insurance. The symposium aimed to identify the future visions of health insurance and identify the regulatory role to ensure the provision of quality health insurance services, encourage investments in the private health services sector, and benefit from the steady progress at the local and international levels in quality standards and security information, the data privacy, and the identification of models and experiences practiced by many countries in the field of health insurance. The role of the consumer protection in supporting smart products and their usage topped the discussions of seminar on World Consumer Day in the Governorate of Muscat. It was presided over by His Excellency Yahya bin Saeed Al Jabri, Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Special Economic Zone Authority at Duqm. It reviewed topics related to means of increasing the credibility of smart products, as well as the challenges facing them, in addition to impacts of video games on children. Sultan Qaboos University started works of 16th Commercial Week with participation of students' projects and thoughts specialized on Fourth Industrial Revolution. The Commercial Week discussed during its events the impact of Fourth Industrial Revolutions on economy and its related fields. The events of the Commercial Week are accompanied by a competition of Smart University, which encouraged students to employ fields of Fourth Industrial Revolutions on solving problems inside university campus, in addition to create a smart environment. The week seeks to exchange experiences and technical information between students, in addition to conduct commercial studies related to Fourth Industrial Revolution. In cooperation with International Center for Agricultural Research in Dry Areas, ICARDA, the activities of the regional workshop on the use of renewable energy in the management and refrigeration of nutrient solutions for aquaculture. The workshop, which is organized by the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth, aims to strengthen cooperations with the organizers of the ICARDA program and benefits from the application of modern technologies and innovations which contribute in improving water productivity and enhance production of agriculture crop. The workshop also aims to improve capabilities of specialists and researchers who are participating in the regional project in the Arabian Peninsula and provide them with the skills needed in this field. The National Heart Center organized the first perfusion symposium. I was present at that particular symposium and I have prepared this particular report. Royal Hospital, represented by the National Center for Cardiac Surgery, organized the first seminar on cardiovascular perfusion. The seminar aimed at introducing the tasks of perfusion team and discussing the latest developments in the field.
This symposium is made to look into our experience that we have developed in the science and technology of perfusion, and to look also into the advances that is made all over the world in this science. And all this will improve the outcome on the patients that we operate on them.
Cardiovascular perfusion is a specialty which concerns about putting patient on heart and lung support. This symposium was held with cooperation with the cardiac anesthesia and cardiac surgery in order to come over main issue to improve the patient's care post-surgery.
Several topics were discussed through 3 dimensions, including the surgical, the anesthetic, and perfusion perspectives. The seminar was led by a number of speakers from different heart centers in Oman and abroad, along with the National Heart Center, Sultan Qaboos University Hospital, Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi, and Livanova International Medical Company.
The specialty has dramatically advanced since 1990, when cardiac surgery first started in the Royal Hospital in Oman. The technology has spread to different areas, and today we are able to put extremely sick and critical patients on life support machines in the post-operative intensive care units. This symposium is to gather all the experts and exchange experiences with different people to provide the best care to our patients.
It's worth mentioning that the National Heart Center conducts more than 600 open heart surgeries annually for all age groups, and it has a good number of Omani staffs who have specialized in this field. One of the major medical breakthroughs in the last 50 years is the development of heart-lung machine. This was devised to maintain the human body in living condition even when the heart and lungs are not functioning. A perfusionist is a skilled health care professional trained and educated specifically as a member of an open heart surgical team responsible for the selection, setup, and operational of heart-lung machine and other life support system. From Cardiac OT, National Heart Center, Royal Hospital, I'm Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television. Awareness on Children Health event aimed to uplift the society knowledge on the importance of using aimed and innovating solutions to improve child health and develop physical, mental and psychological growth. The event witnessed participation from various governmental and private bodies concerned about child health. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry said that 18 new Omani closed joint stock companies were licensed in 2018 with issued capitals of more than 14 million Omani riyals. The ministry said that the number of Omani closed joint stock companies increased from 362 with issued capital hitting 8,390 or 3,900, or that's the number is 8,397.9 million until the end of December 2017 to 380 companies with issued capitals amounting to 8,412 million until the end of December 2018. The ministry added that the number of companies subject to the Foreign Capital Investment Law increased from 7,992 with capitals that amounted to 3,642.9 million until the end of December 2017 to 8,811 companies with capitals that stood at 3,760.3 million until the end of last December 2018. And now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the northern governorates with chances of scattered rainfall. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with chances of dust raising winds. Winds will be southeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. More details on the screen. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. With the participation of more than 75 local international companies, the COMEX 2019 exhibition under the theme Technology Intelligence starts at Oman Convention and Exhibition Center. The Ministry of Interior determines conditions, procedures and fees for promotional campaigns of Shura Council members' elections. And tender for project of 500 megawatt of electricity using solar energy in the Wilayah of Ibri in the Governorate of Al-Dhahira is announced. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. From the entire news team and myself, we do thank you for joining us. Wish you a pleasant evening and good night to all of you.